Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a brother v brother race, you know, it's a family tradition.
Ching, ching, ching. Not a racial slur. Hi there, it's John Dilworth here with a very special video. The lockdown restrictions have been lifted in England, for the time being at least, and we're going to celebrate by getting outside of the flat and going out into the big wide world of alcohol that waits for us in Newcastle. Now obviously I can't record this video on my webcam as usual, so I can actually stop this and just look over to the camera instead, and I'm going to be getting on the metro going in. You know what, the video quality on this actually is not great either. It's a good thing that I spent an unjustifiably expensive amount of money on a nice new camera, so I can stop this one and we'll roll with this. Okay, so look at that ugly fucking mug. Anyway, here's the premise of the video today. I am going into Newcastle upon Tyne and doing a pub crawl of all of the Wetherspoon'S in central Newcastle. By my count, there's a few. Five Swans at Haymarket, Mile Castle near Central Station, Keel Row at the gate, Quayside Wetherspoon'S, and then we're also going to throw in the Gateshead Wetherspoon'S and the Wetherspoon'S in Byker, which I think is called the High Main. Come join me and my pals on a real great drinking journey. Hi there, John Dilworth here, recording this voiceover the next day. If I sound low energy, it's because I'm very hungover. Our first stop on the pub crawl was the High Main Wetherspoon'S in Byker. I got a pint of Heineken, only £2.79, a lovely little deal there. Aidan was a little bit late, which meant I had to sit at the table with 2 pints to myself and look like an alcoholic for a little bit. He eventually turned up, we had our drinks, and I asked him for his thoughts on the Byker Wetherspoon'S, and he hit me with this poetry.
I think it's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
You can take that as you will.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. It's a diamond in the rough. If you say otherwise, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Meet me outside Byker Wetherspoon'S, diamond in the rough. Gang, gang.
410 Byker Wetherspoon'S.
It was a lovely day, about 1 o'clock, and we decided the next stop would be the Quayside, and we'd have a nice walk down there in the sun.
I did a bit of research on the way in, and there's 925 Wetherspoon'S.
What?
In the UK, yeah.
Fuck me. I had a list a while ago of how many I've been to, and I think it clocked in over 30.
Bolstered by that interesting tidbit about Wetherspoon'S, Aidan and I continued our journey. We made some pretty funny jokes, like dancing on some stairs because it looked a bit like that scene from Joker, and telling strangers that we were working for Vice. I'm here for Vice.
Not the production company, the grips that you use when
Yeah, I'm here for Vice, I'm for Vice. You alright, mate? Yeah, he thinks he's getting on Vice, but he's not. Here's my new...
I do this.
We both went for the same bit, which was just pretending that it was our art.
I did the first half and you did the second.
Yeah, I finished it off. I sort of got the vibe. I'm going to go ahead and make a wild prediction that the Quayside Wetherspoon'S might be a tad busier than the Byker one, because it's on the quayside in the middle of the day on a hot Friday, and there's a garden right by the water. And Byker is, well, I mean, no offence if you're from there, but a shithole. Indeed, it was busier at the Quayside Wetherspoon'S than it had been in Byker, and much to my chagrin, a pint of Heineken cost 70 pence more. It was here we decided to get a different drink at each Wetherspoon'S we went to, and I let Aidan take control of this one. He decided to get us 2 pints of San Miguel, and I tried to film his PayPal details, but he moved his phone away. Cheers. That's a man satisfied with his pint.
That is nice. The Heineken was nice. I think it's because we're outside.
Maybe.
Well, we weren't outside, we're inside actually.
No, yeah, I don't know why I said maybe, as if I agreed with you. We've been inside of both pubs. I prefer Heineken, but that's still a good beer. However, that wasn't the only drink we had. I like to pull a little prank when I go to Wetherspoon'S, which is ordering a round of striker bombs. That's the sort of Brexit Wetherspoon'S version of a Jaeger bomb, regardless of whether people want to drink them or not. Tastes like Brexit.
It does. Striker bombs, more like the English football team, am I right, lads?
Oh, that's good, that's good. He's got a comedy brain.
Topical jokes.
Yum. What a pint.
San Miguel, more like Sam Me Likey.
After finishing our striker bombs and our San Me Likeys, we headed over the bridge to Gateshead for the next Wetherspoon'S. On the way there, Aidan devised another classic comedy bit where he pretended he didn't know how to tie his shoelace.
Is there anybody that can tie my lace?
We reached the Tilly Stone and went straight through to the beer garden to wait for my brother Rob. It's a sort of beer garden, a sort of prison yard vibes, I would say. When I came into this Wetherspoon's, the one thing that struck me was there was a lot of people queuing at the bar. You know, there was an actual queue at the bar, despite the fact that it's not very busy. And that's sort of a commentary, I would say, on the average age of the Wetherspoon's goers in Gateshead. That they don't have the Wetherspoon's app and they don't care to get it. You know, none of these students about. The bane of my life, you know. I hate students.
Get them out, I say.
Get them out. Yeah, that's what I say to the students, and that's why they kicked me out of uni. Oh no, that was a bad joke. It was indeed a bad joke, and the following day, slightly hungover, it seems even less funny. I would like to clarify, I've never told anyone, student or otherwise, to get them out. Apart from your mum.
This ain't build a bum.
You don't have to pick and choose.
Different mixing, different booze.
Oh.
There you go. But the Gateshead Wetherspoon, interesting fact, you need to assemble your own striker bombs.
What do you reckon we should drop it in? Or do you want to shot it and then
Chase it? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, let's shot and chase it.
Let's shot and chase it.
Different mixer, different booze.
I forgot it wasn't Jaeger or Striker. It was Fireball.
We get striker bombs quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think I prefer the firebomb.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It just took me by surprise because I wasn't expecting it. We also got some pints of Kronenberg. Coronaspurg, am I right? That's like if you had coronavirus and you had Asperger's. Okay, fine. My material really was not up to snuff. I mean, coronavirus with Asperger's, that doesn't even make sense as a joke. Realising that my ability to be funny had been completely compromised by a few drinks, I instead resorted to filming gag bits, such as vaping in the no vaping zone of the Wetherspoon's beer garden. Aidan then showed me a picture on his phone of him with some lotion on his forehead. I'd be lying if I said I really remembered the context of this one. Anyway, my brother Rob then turned up a mere 2 or 3 hours late. Hi, this is John Dilworth for Vice, finishing my pint. Rob Dilworth for Vice. How's your pint?
Somebody call Gavin McInnes because this pint is making me a proud boy.
Oh no. All day, Aidan had been teasing that he'd prepared a short comedic monologue of sorts about Wetherspoon's. We decided it would be best to wait until he'd had a few drinks before he tried to perform it for the camera.
Have you heard of these COVID conspiracies lately? Coming up with COVID-19. Oh, alright, we'll start again.
That's staying in.
Have you heard of these COVID conspiracies lately?
Just a minute ago, yeah.
Actually, the virus was created in a lab. Did you know that? Now I know what you're thinking. Oh.
What's this got to do with Wetherspoon?
Exactly. But what most people don't realise is that the W in Wuhan is actually an emboldened W on a white circle with another concentric circle amongst a blue square background. For so long, Wetherspoon's had a monopoly on the phone-to-table application service. They were killing the game. Killing the game. And the thing about business is, it's all about supply and demand. Now Wetherspoon clearly...
I'm eagerly waiting for the first joke.
No, Wetherspoon...
Aidan's bit went on for about 5 minutes and I tried trimming it down to make it fit into the video better, but the more I cut out, the even less sense it made. So there's a link in the description of this video if you want to watch the full thing. It'll be uploaded uncut on my channel. Everyone finished up their drinks and then it was time to leave Gateshead for our next destination, the Mile Castle Wetherspoon's back over in Newcastle. Alright, on 3, your favourite thing about Wetherspoon's. 1, 2, 3. Tin Mine sexy.
Oh.
To get to our next stop, we had to cross over a bridge, and if you could ignore all the terrible graffiti and tacky Wilco padlocks, it was actually quite a nice view. It's not a thing this video is going to be uneditable. Back in Newcastle, we ran into our friend Sam, who decided to join us for a drink at the next Wetherspoon's. Me, Aidan and Rob all got a pint of Brewdog, and Sam, not being a complete degenerate, got himself a soft drink, given that it was still the middle of the day. Interesting looking Brewdog you've got there, lad. Rob, what do you make of the Brewdog?
I think IPAs taste a bit like soap.
I like an IPA, but apparently my camera sided with Rob, who believed they tasted like soap, because it decided to die in this pub. As a result, I had to switch to recording everything on my phone for a little while, and the audio was even shittier than before. This was a real shame, because Sam gave us his quality analysis of the TV show Dawson's Creek, and you can barely make out what he's saying.
Intentionally, because he isn't the namesake of the show, I thought I'd be Team Dawson, but you know what? He's a beta male. He's a nice guy. Paisley's a bad boy, and I like a bad boy, so Team Paisley for life.
Sam left us and we made a quick detour to Wilko to pick up a charger for my camera before reaching our next destination, the Keel Row Wetherspoon'S in the gate.
There's no outlet here to charge the camera, so it's still on the phone. Apologies for the shit quality. Okay, rounds in, we've all got a Carlsberg Pilsner, and the robber man has treated everyone to a shot of Sambuca. I don't know if treated is the right word, but we'll have them. Cheers. Cheers.
It was at this point that I proposed a race.
I propose a race.
Whoever was last to finish their Pilsner would have to buy a round of shots for the others when we reached our final Wetherspoon's, the Five Swans. Aidan didn't wish to take part, which I really can't blame him for because Pilsner is fucking minging, so it was down to Rob and I.
It's a brother v brother race, you know, it's a family tradition. You know, they've been necking pints ever since they were 5 years old. You know, John, I mean, clearly with the more experience here as the older sibling, is clearly necking it back, but Rob is doing a tremendous effort. He's going with, oh, and John has put it on the table. John, how do you feel about your victory?
Bad.
With our Pilsners finished, it was on to the Five Swans. Mercifully, this Spoons did have an outlet, so I was able to start charging my camera back up. In the meantime, Rob ordered our final round for the pub crawl. It was free Bud Light and free peanut butter whiskey shots, I think it was. It was actually pretty good.
We're back on the camera, lads.
Hola. Donde vives? Newcastle?
Yeah, these are peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Alright, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
I'm allergic to nuts. Cheers.
I quite liked it.
That was pretty nice.
It's okay.
I think I've had enough to drink where that tastes fine to me. If I come to the pub and my first pint of Bud Light, I would not think it was good.
After 5 pints and 4 shots each, I think it's fair to say that the alcohol was taking its toll on me and Aidan by this point.
What's going on here, lad?
Papa's realised that Bud Light is a fucking disgusting beer.
But that didn't stop my brother from ordering one last round of sour shots for us to cap things off with.
Cheers, boys, a successful pub crawl.
Lovely stuff.
Ching, ching, ching. Not a racial slur.
With that, our pub crawl was over and we were done drinking for the day. Rob definitely didn't go out clubbing after this, and Aidan and I definitely didn't go for a few shambolic games of pool at Hustlers. And we definitely didn't have any further pints. Don't drink. Thanks for watching.